Hello guys, Savat here, aka Doompiggy, and I'm back with another Eve Echoes video. Today we're going to take out the Oracle in a different type of fit, and we're going to be going out to some high distances and trying a T9 mission. Now this is a little bit different. I actually started out here. There wasn't a station that I had
Warp drive
nearby,
active.
so I figured I would just take a look while we go about doing things. Alright. So this ship, I am using the beam lasers, and I'll go into the fit a little bit more at the end, because we're going to go into wave 1 right now. Okay, Stargate, approach. This guy, I want to focus fire. Okay, we'll orbit. Lock up those guys. Set an orbit on him. So these Galente ships are actually hitting us out pretty far. Let's go ahead and orbit on the Corellium Talos 2. Well, I didn't want to fire. Thank you. I want to still fire on him. I must have hit the button. That was my bad. Okay. So let's activate some stuff. Alright, with the long-range weapons with one activated, I'm at 1071 DPS. I think the Talos is the one hitting me? Possibly. It's hard to tell. But we're going to continue shooting at him. Alright, so now we should be able to know if it was the Dominix or not. Maybe it was. So we're doing a pretty decent amount of damage with this fit. This is a more mid-range build, so I actually bought an armor repairer. I actually have two C-type heat sinks. I have one of the tracking computers, and I have a large afterburner on this fit. So, yeah. Let's orbit this out at 66. See if we can get a bit further out of his range, because 59 I believe is our optimal range in this ship. We can actually go out further than that to get to our 50% maybe? Yeah, 59 is optimal, fall off is 21. So 80, we can go out to 80. So we might actually want to do that. Let's go to 80, and let's use the afterburner, and let's see what that looks like. Okay, we don't need to use the afterburner too terribly much. It is going to burn off our capacitor quite a lot. Let's hit that again. Alright, so we're out here at 71 now. Our damage is starting to taper off, but we do have our damage amps here. So we should be in about the 50% area. So if we add that, we're still doing 500 DPS, which is going to give us some okay hits. The Galente ships do have quite a bit of hull though, so that is dangerous, playing with a little bit of fire there. And in this area we actually have no station. Alright, so we are back at our full range. So we're sitting out here at that 80. We're only hitting for about 1,000. So let's move in a little bit, because he can't seem to hit us out here. So we want to find that sweet spot. So let's move into 70. Let's activate another one of these. And we can even activate that to actually apply full damage. So with the computer active, range is 90 with 31 fall off. So it can still hit up to 120 if I need to. Okay. I want to take a look at the smaller ships here. They're the ones that are going to be troublesome. It looks like he is going to be our first target. We should be able to hit him. Okay. And now we've got two other smaller ships left. So again, we do 50% damage up to 80 km. We can activate this and just blow that guy up. Not bad. Let's orbit him at 80. And let's get the target painters on them. I'm really curious on if those are actually going to be helping us out with these lasers. Okay. And let's move in a little bit. So, the idea with this build is we're going to stay closer in range other than my extreme range build. So we're fighting kind of at a medium range. I still don't have much of a tank on this, because it still is designed that it can hopefully be able to stay in a pretty optimal range where they can't really hurt me. I can hurt them. I can take out some of the smaller ships, but I have way more damage at my disposal to do it quicker, is the general idea. And it's definitely not a storyline mission fit, but it will be great for, or at least I'm hoping that's what this testing is about, to see if it's actually going to be better for doing some of these T9 encounters quicker and more efficiently. So it looks like we're doing okay so far. Orbit. Oh, 72. Okay. Now we're getting into the battleship. We're going to try to get a little bit closer. I am going to wait on my heatsink here, and we're going to look at applying some damage with both of them active and see just what that does. Alright. 1, 2, 3. still only a hit for 4,000. 4,800. But what DPS are we actually at? 1,300. So 1,300 DPS isn't too bad with both of those activated. This guy has quite a big of a tank on him. He's regenerated his own hit points, so he's got an armor repper going. And that is troublesome for us. Yeah, I don't like it when it gives us the missions that don't have the station right here, because it does make it a bit more difficult for me to do some prep. I should have done the prep and then warped out and just cut out the mission, but I'll go ahead and I'll add it in. So the Megathron is hitting us, but he's not hitting us very solidly, so they still haven't got through our shields. I think my armor repper will be able to handle it, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay. What's going to put this me going towards? I just kind of want to see where my escape path is. Back that way. Okay. Let's move up to 77, because this guy still is laying some damage down on us. So with the mid-range fit, being able to fight between 59 and 80 is actually pretty good. It lets you kind of be able to sit in any one of these ranges and kind of find the sweet spot from where you're at, and hopefully be able to deal with a lot of the different types of ships. At least that's the general plan. Okay. Let's approach. Let's lock up the guys that might be problematic. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so we really only have one guy coming in. I'm okay with that. So we should be able to start hitting this guy when he gets into the 80 km range, which we will do. We'll go ahead and activate both of the target pagers. And we want to kill him as quick as possible, because we really don't like these guys rolling up on us. Okay. So we're going to activate that and shoot. One more shot should do it. I want to continue to approach, actually. Alright, let's approach. Let's turn that off. And let's hit our afterburner one time. Or two. Okay. As you can see, we still haven't hit top speed with the afterburner as of yet. So it takes quite a while to actually build up to speed. Okay. Let's set an orbit. Perfect. And let's just fire on him. Let's do an approach away. There we go. When we're in an orbit and they're in an orbit, they're very hard to hit, even at 72 km. We're going to approach straight on this guy next. And we're going to turn the afterburner off. It's not doing us any good right now. Okay. Next, we're going to focus fire him. Excellent. Let's activate this, and we should be able to shoot him down quite easily. A hit for 5,000. Okay. And now we're going to start working on the Talos too. Honestly, I do want to try to move in and see if we can get to that sweet spot again. Let's go down to 70. And we will use the afterburner a little bit in this case. Oh, my shield is low. Okay. Let's activate our damage mod. Okay. Alright, so at this 70 marker, we are getting hit, but we're getting hit for very minimal amounts of damage. So we'll just go ahead and start orbiting this guy, and we'll try to orbit at 65. We'll see if this works. And let's take a look at our cosmic anomaly. We're 74 km away. Okay. After this one, I didn't think I'd be able to hit the damage mod in time, so I'm just going to wait for another round. Alright. Get a little bit more damage applied on here. And sitting at the 68, these Megathrons are able to hit us again, but they're doing 80 points of damage per tick at this level, so they're using some short-range weapons, I would imagine. I do believe they will get through my shield before the end of this, but I'm hoping that everything will be fine and the armor repper will do its job. Alright, let's start moving back out to 80. And we can even activate those for a little while. Just apply some more DPS while we get away. approach and turn on the afterburner and the armor wrapper, just for a little bit. Okay. They're a good distance away, but we do have a lot of scary ships. Okay, so him, we are going to go ahead and start firing on. And we are going to use our damage. Okay. Next we'll fire on this guy. He is coming in at a high speed as well. We're applying some hits to him, but not the greatest. They did kind of spawn in at an angle towards us, though. Alright, I'm going to stop the ship. And let's go ahead and approach this guy. So even at 96, we're able to hit. Now, if we approach, we should do decent damage, as long as we're keeping everything within a straight line. Oh, he is quite a far way out of range, but that's okay. We're trying to get rid of that transverse velocity. Oh, we can go ahead and use our computer as well, and that should just help out tremendously. Okay, next we actually want to focus fire on that guy. Perfect. And the Celestis, you are next, my friend. Now, we do know in the 90s these guys can't hit us. So that's actually good news for us. Okay. I want to start approaching these Telos 2. Telos 2 is going to be the next easiest target to fight. And I do want to get into an orbit at this guy at around 80. And let's turn off the target painters for now and try to build up some of our energy. I think this build is going to work wonderful, especially once in 3 more days, I believe it is, I get my training. Yeah. It's not even telling me, it's just 66 hours. But it's about 3 days. A little over 3 days, probably. 3 days and some hours. But once that training's done, it's going to take the draw of my weapons, because I'm getting that engineering skill, and it's going to make those take a whole lot less power, which is going to make everything feel a whole lot better. So I think it'll be just fine. What? Hold on. 772? Are these target painters? Yeah, the target painters are making a huge difference. We have 2 target painters on. We do 2,000. Let's turn these guys off. Hold on. I'm curious. For science. 1,800. Okay. Again. 765. So I'm thinking the target painters, by increasing the size of this Talos, may help affect the amount of glancing hits I'm getting. I'm getting more solid hits. Maybe not. Hmm. 263. Okay. Very interesting. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the target painters are really doing anything. Let's orbit you at 80. I mean, I know what they're supposed to do, and I'm trying to see how they do it. But it just... I never get to see any huge visual representation of how those are actually helping out. Okay. Let's see if I can get in close here. Yeah, it seems like 70 km-ish is the bigger ship's range. That's on average what they hit up to. So as long as you can stay outside of the 70 km-ish range, you can do everything without pretty much taking any damage. But coming into it, you are setting yourself up for firepower. Okay. The closer we move in, the more damage we're going to do too. We do our full damage at 59. So we are close to full damage here. Where are we at the cosmic anomaly? We're at 82 off? Okay. So we're able to pretty much take out all these ships. No issues. Orbit. Okay. Start this one. We're getting some good solid damage in. This run is running pretty decent. You guys have seen from the start of the run, I did have to warp out here, but from the actual combat start, we're sitting at 30 minutes right now. So without having any type of intro or anything like that, this Tier 9 mission so far has taken about half an hour to do. Okay. Let's just activate both of those, try to get this over with. Alright, so that's everything. Now I imagine it's because my skills maybe better doing the range, not taking so much damage. Lots of different reasons. But I don't have to warp out in my MR ship, and I didn't have energy capacitor issues. So the one thing that I wanted to try out with this this thing here was the micro warp drive comparable to an afterburner. And I'll get into the build now that we're getting loot here. So on this one, I actually stuck in a smuggler large afterburner. And for my rigs, they're all the same, except I replaced that one prototype that I had with an ancillary power grid router 2 to get an additional 10% bonus, so I could actually fit the large afterburner. I tried to fit a meta level 8 one, but I would need to get a level 3 rig, and that level 3 to the level 2 rig, the level 2 is 50 million, the level 3 is like 120 million, and for the bonuses it was going to give, I didn't think that. Now that being said, if we see here, let's actually go to navigation. It goes 926 milliseconds. What? What? Not 926 milliseconds. Do. Sorry. Yeah. So it's doing 926. Whatever that means. Actually, I don't even know what the MS means. Milliseconds. Milliseconds is a section of time. Miles per second, maybe? I don't know. It's weird that they would use km and then I don't know. Meters? 926 meters per second. That's probably what it means. Meters, yeah. I'm pretty confident that would be it. So, anyway, it takes a long time to get up there. To put that into perspective, we'll actually do a little bit of a test here. So using this large afterburner, because this ship is just a behemoth of weight, look at this. It's going towards my wreck. Still haven't hit it yet. Let's pick a wreck that's really far away. Alright, I want you to just go straight at it. So we're at 300. 400. 500. 600. 700. Like, we're not even there yet. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because when I use the micro warp drive, I can pulse the micro warp drive, the medium micro warp drive, one time and get to 900. So to keep this thing activated like that, and the power draw seems to be with the medium micro warp drive and the large afterburner about equivalent. I think it really does use about the same power draw for however many cycles this takes to hit the 900 in the other one. Can I just leave this one on? Yeah? But I don't... I don't think it's worth it, is basically what I'm trying to get at. I think if you're going to want to move for maneuverability's sake, usually the times that you want to move in combat are going to be at the spawn. So if I happen to be a little bit too close on the spawn, I want to move as quickly as possible away from the spawn. I don't want to putt-putt away. If I have ships that are approaching me and I just notice them, I'm going to be like, oh crap, I need to get away. And I'm going to turn that on, and now I have to wait 15 seconds before I even hit top speed when those ships are already at top speed. I can't see how this is useful, and especially for the end part here in looting. Normally whenever I do my looting, it's not the quickest, but it does go pretty fast with the micro warp drive when I have that equipped on the long range fit. Much faster than this. This right here, this having to build up speed, it's with the micro warp drive, it just goes boop, I'm at the top speed. So I don't know what you guys think about it, but let me know. The large afterburner I was definitely thinking might be a good addition to everything, but I'm not liking it, honestly. I really want to hear what you guys think. I mean, do you think that this large afterburner is actually doing anything for the ship? Maybe I'm using it incorrectly and I'm not seeing it, but I don't really like it. I don't see what it's doing that my micro warp drive isn't going to do for me, except for maybe the capacitor, because the micro warp drive has that 25% capacitor drain on it. But you don't really use it all the time in combat anyway. I'm just using it to reposition real quick here and there. But I think that maybe with using the shield booster, if I would have had the micro warp drive on here, I may have had more capacitor issues with this mission. I don't know. I'm gonna have to test the micro warp drive on this as well. Or heck, even a medium afterburner and just keep it running all the time if I can get it to where it's basically cap stable with that. That would be cool. Okay. Oh. So I am very sorry for the not normal introduction there.
Warp drive active.
I am using my C-type beam lasers. I do have two Mark 7 target, well, I have one Mark 7 target painter and one Republic fleet target painter. That's just because my other Republic fleets are on my other ships right now. I didn't feel like moving them around. I have an interruptive stasis webifier just in case anything did get close to me. I didn't expect it to. I think I might replace those for the armor, the group armor reppers. The group armor reppers, I just think are going to be the way to go. I mean, even in addition, I don't really see what the target painters were doing for me. They might have been helping out hit a little bit better, but even if I have the one group armor repper on there, just in case things do hit me. Maybe I can even replace the repper.
Warp drive active.
My C-type repper that I'm running down there. Lots of thoughts on the mid-range build. I thought the mid-range build was going to take enough damage that the armor repper would actually be necessary. It didn't in this, but I was fighting the Galente, and the Galente aren't known for their range. If I was fighting the Mimitar ones, the Mimitars might have done it. It's hard to say. Oh well.
Warp drive active.
It was really fun to test out, so I am happy that I was able to do that. The mid-range fit it's alright. It works. At least I didn't have to warp out like I did in my Drake. So it has an optimal range of 59, accuracy fall off of 21. So it goes out to a total of 80. It runs 2 damage mods. It has 1 target painter on here. So it has potential to do some very nice things. Overall, I would say it's okay. It still definitely needs some tweaking. But that's where I'm going to go ahead and leave this one off. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you do like everything that you've saw, please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I hope you have a great day. Bye.